Today we'll make a simple daiquiri in the Ninja Slushi Machine, and I'll update you with a review of sorts as I've had this machine for about a month, and I've made over a dozen cocktails as well as a few non-alcoholic slushies as well. And just as a reminder, I bought this machine with my own money from Ninja directly. So this is not a sponsored video, but I will include links to where I purchased the machine, and I'll update that over time when more retail options are available. In the first video I did on this, I shared a link to a spreadsheet where you can easily input your ingredients to determine your cocktail's ABV, alcohol by volume, and the Brix, which is the percent sugar of your cocktail. That is really for anyone looking to create cocktails that are more than dumping in a bottle of booze and a pre-made mix. There's just not a ton of help out there from Ninja or from slushy recipes online, and if you're looking to create your own cocktails using your own ingredients and fresh juices, a spreadsheet can really help you figure that all out and dial in your recipes. But if you have any interest in seeing me make cocktails here with ready-to-go pre-made mixes, then let me know in the comments below. Now, the most simple cocktail to make in here that will turn out delicious each and every time is the humble daiquiri, and I'll share with you a recipe that will make a full batch here that's 64 ounces, but in this episode's description, I'll include the numbers for a half a batch, which is 32 ounces, and then the smallest size that the machine makes, which they say is 16 ounces. For this daiquiri, you'll need lime juice, a rich simple syrup that's 2 parts sugar to 1 part water, and rum. I'll be using 2 rums as well in this one. Then you're also going to need some water, which you'll need in almost all cocktails you put in the machine. And when you're choosing your rums, you want to think about full flavor spirits pretty much all the time when you're using these machines. You might be tempted to go overproof, but that means you'll need to add in more water, basically kind of canceling out that extra proof. So something closer to 40% ABV with lots of flavor. That's why I'm using a 40% ABV rum that I just like, and then a 47% ABV rum that has a lot of flavor. If you haven't watched that first video that I made, the key to slushy machines of all kinds is balancing out the ABV and the sugar if you're making cocktails. The amount of water you add as a percentage of a cocktail, it's totally irrelevant because you want to get to a specific ABV and specific sugar percentage, and you use as much water as needed to get there. This frozen daiquiri will be just over 10% ABV, alcohol by volume, and about 10% sugar. Some recipes call for 13 to 14% sugar, which you could totally do, but I just find that a little bit too sweet for me, but adjust it as needed. It's easy. Once you make it, add some more simple syrup if you think it needs to be sweeter. I like to build a cocktail outside the machine first, starting with the cheapest ingredient, and I'm measuring in milliliters today, but I'll include ounces in the episode's description as well. So I'm starting with 222 milliliters of lime juice, 278 milliliters of a rich 2-to-1 simple syrup, 222 milliliters of Florida Caña rum. This is the 40% ABV rum. And 222 milliliters of Probitas rum. That's 47% ABV. Next, I'm going to add in 950 milliliters of water. And now I'm going to turn on the machine. I'll set a timer right now and we'll see how long it takes to make a full batch. All right, let's try it. I mean, it's fantastic. I guess if you've only had frozen daiquiris from kind of tourist traps and maybe pool bars, you might not have experienced a really delicious frozen daiquiri. You get the fruity flavor from the rum, especially in this case because we use that Probitas rum, and then you're also getting that limes coming through. So it's not too sweet. I know some people want to bump that up to like 13 to 14 Brix, so that's a little bit sweeter. This is just about 10. I think it's perfect as is. I don't want any sweeter than this. And I'm not someone who's always looking for like the driest cocktails, but I think right there around like 10% alcohol by volume, 10% with the sugar is going to get you a delicious slushy that has the right texture and consistency. And if you're thinking, okay, that ABV sounds a lot less than a cocktail, it is, but you're going to be drinking this a lot faster than a cocktail, and you're drinking everything in this glass too. So it is different than a cocktail. It's not supposed to be as strong. That's not what I want out of a slushy cocktail. So right there, 10 to maybe 13% ABV, which is about the top that this will go, is going to have a perfect daiquiri every time. I also took the temperature of the drink. It's 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 12 degrees under freezing. And that's how these machines work. If you just put water in here, it would turn into a block of ice. You want to be below the freezing point of water. And for this one, that's that combination of sugar and ABV that work as an antifreeze that allows you to get a cold drink out of the machine. And I have done, just a little bit of research on this. And I know Slurpees, their ideal temperature is 10 degrees under freezing. So that would be like 22 degrees. We have alcohol here, so it's a little bit different. But that kind of goes to the whole point of these machines. You need that sugar or alcohol or a combination of both for them to work properly. And the Ninja has some smart features where if you don't have the right mix, it's not going to work. It's going to shut off. It's going to beep. It's going to tell you what's wrong with it. So it's never going to just totally freeze up. There's going to be some warning signs and the machine will turn off. But that's how these machines work. You need those ingredients acting as an antifreeze to be able to make a slushy consistency. So a little bit more about this machine and maybe just like an initial review here. There are some pros and some cons so far after about a month's use. And I'll start with the cons of this thing. And the first one is fine-tuning each recipe. It can be a little bit annoying, especially when you're introducing something new, like a new element like dairy or something that has some fat involved in it. The spreadsheet is helpful, but it's really best for cocktails that are a little more basic, like a sour cocktail, something like this. The next downside, I think, is it's not difficult to clean, but it does take up a little bit of time to clean it, and the parts are pretty big. They take up space in your sink as you're cleaning it. Maybe the biggest downside of this is that it only holds 64 ounces. That's just half a gallon. Some of the larger machines, even the ones that are in like the $500 to $600 range, those hold over 4 gallons. That's 8 times more. And they're better equipped for something like a party. This is really only going to get you somewhere between like 5, 7, 8 cocktails for a full batch. So it's not something you can easily entertain a large crowd with. But that being said, I think the size is also a pro of this machine as well because it is smaller. It means you can move it around. It means you can leave it on your kitchen counter. It is big enough to where it's kind of an eyesore, but it is easy to move and it's not a monster machine that you're gonna need help getting around. Now, another thing that's good about this is it's pretty quiet. You can leave this running on in the background. You can still hear it. I'll turn it on right now. So it's not too loud. You can still have a conversation with someone that's close to you. It would get annoying if this was on all day, but it is not nearly as loud as other appliances in the kitchen. The next big pro for me is it's just so easy. Once you understand how to make a drink and have the recipe, you just batch it and then you add it to the machine. As someone that makes a lot of cocktails, dumping in your ingredients and then turning on a machine is as easy as it will ever get. There's no shaking, no stirring, no drink mixers. It's why bars love these machines, and you're probably going to see more of these at bars in the future because they are so easy. It's just nice to have them, and it's also keeping your drink cold for, in this case, it says it could do 12 hours, but like you can just make a cocktail earlier in the day that's going to be there and cold for you later that night. And by far the biggest pro and the most positive thing about this machine is it makes delicious drinks. The quality and consistency of the drinks that come out of the machine is just as good as any slushy cocktail that I've ever had. It is much smaller volume, so when you're pouring it, it doesn't look maybe as cool as those giant machines that have all the, hopper that's full of like 4 to 10 gallons above it that's kind of pushing everything out so quickly. But the texture and consistency is as good as anything else. But one thing to keep in mind here is that slushy machines, and this one in particular, it's not the same as a Slurpee machine. Now you can put soda in here. I've done Coca-Cola. I've done a strawberry soda for my kids. I thought the root beer tastes delicious, but there is this note there of a flat soda, and that's because the name brand Slurpees are actually force carbonated. So they actually put carbonation into those machines as they're coming out. That creates a much more airy drink, and it's not going to taste flat like if you just put soda in here. I still think putting something like Coca-Cola in here is delicious, but you're not getting that light, airy texture that you're getting from the name brand Slurpee. The last thing about the machine is that it's $300, which means it's not going to be for everyone. But if you like slushies, it's great. You can dump in a soda, some juice. I did some Hawaiian punch last week. You can put in some coffee, as long as it has some sugar in there. There's more than just cocktails, and if you have kids, it's a fun, no-hassle treat for the summer. You just buy a 2-liter bottle of soda, you dump it in the machine, and you got slushies in the matter of minutes for like $2 or even less. Now, I do have a few more recipes that I'm working on coming soon, including, I think, what will probably be like the most advanced slushy recipe you'll find on the internet. It's a little variation of the drink we just had right now, except it has orange juice and it comes from Tropical Standard co-author Garrett Richard. So I've already tested that one. It's spectacular. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing to this channel. If you want to support this channel more, go check out the Patreon page for more. And otherwise, see you on the next one.